Hi, my name is Andrew Hieronymus. I am a firefighter with the Delaware Fire Department, and this year for Fire Prevention Week, we wanted to just highlight some safety tips as it relates to cooking inside of your home.
It's not working.
Cooking is the #1 cause of home fires in the United States, so we felt that it was just really important to remind you of some tips or bring some new tips to light. Of those home fires that are started as a result of cooking inside our house and at the stove, the #1 cause of those is leaving the stove unattended while we're cooking. So it's really important that we stay with whatever we're cooking, we stay close by. I know it's easy to get wrapped up in something else, but we really want to just keep focused on being close to the stove while we cook. So another thing that we want to make sure that we highlight and stress is that we don't want to leave any combustibles around the stove while we're cooking. So no paper towels, those should not be here. Anything that would melt, anything like that, we just want to make sure that we've got a clear working space while we cook. If something were to catch on fire while we're cooking, we want to make sure that we never put water on any sort of grease fire. We want to make sure that we keep a lid close by that appropriately fits the pan so that if you do start to notice some flames, you can just put the lid right on top of it and that should smother it out. Another thing, when we think about cooking things on the stove, we want to make sure that we keep handles out of the way of the flow of traffic. These handles can get bumped, the pans can get bumped off of the stove. If your family looks anything like mine, you have a few kids running around, and my son will no doubt reach up here and grab this and pull this pan down on top of himself. So we just want to make sure that the handles are moved out of the way. Another thing that we really want to encourage people to do is to have a fire extinguisher inside of your home, specifically in your kitchen. Another thing too is if we are simmering, if we have something on the stove that we're simmering on low, like rice or something like that, or baking something in the oven. I understand that it takes a long time. Again, we want to stress that you don't leave it. Anytime you're cooking, make sure you set a reminder on your phone so you don't get tied up with something. You should be checking whatever you're cooking every couple minutes if you're simmering it on low. If you are actively cooking it, you should be standing there beside it the whole time. If you have any more questions about any safety tips as it relates to cooking or any other home safety tips, you can go to nfpa.org for a long list and several different links to some safety tips. You can also call our department and we'd be happy to answer those questions for you. If you are ever in a situation where you just aren't sure something happened, whether it was in your oven or on the stove, you can call 911. We just want to make sure that you're safe and we'll be there to help you out.